Hi, I'm Matt, the pool guy of Georgetown, and welcome to our second annual Big Green Egg Fest. Let's take a look.
Hi, this is Andrew from Tarrantton Industries, the distributor of the Big Green Egg in New England. Today I'm at the Pool Guy in Georgetown, Massachusetts. We're going to be doing a nice food demonstration today, and let's take a look at what we're doing. I'm starting with smoked salmon, which I'll make a salmon pate, and I'm smoking some nuts that I'll later candy. We're also going to be roasting some cauliflower, and we're going to be doing some stuffed jalapenos with cornbread, as well as some chicken wings. We're looking for a great turnout. We've already had some people stop by earlier being curious, and I was able to explain this is a complete cooking system: roasting, baking, smoking, and grilling. Super efficient, 7.5 pounds of charcoal, can last you 16 to 20 hours depending on what temperature you're cooking at. And there's very few moving parts. It's a grill you buy for a lifetime. Right now I just smoked a can of 1 pound of mixed nuts. These are just nuts out of the can. You'll find them in the candy aisle at your grocery store. I smoked them under heavy apple wood for 20 minutes, turning occasionally to get that smoked flavor on all of them, on all sides. And now what I've done is taken 2 tablespoons of butter and half a cup of brown sugar, and I've heated that up and melted it together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add that to the nuts, and once I add that to the nuts, I'm going to stir the nuts together, coating all sides. What will happen is this will start to get congeal and get sticky in about 10 minutes as it cools, and then I'm going to go to the next step, which you'll see shortly on the video, which is separating each of the nuts with using white granular sugar. Yeah, sometimes I add a little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a hot, sweet, smoky flavor, and that's always been a hit. This is really easy to do. I really love doing things that show customers that you can go from appetizers to desserts on the Big Green Egg, making it a complete entertainment system in your backyard. So now that the sugar coating is stuck to all the nuts, I'm going to finish them off. They've cooled off nicely, and they're going to be beautiful. So what I'll do is I'll add them to this. And I'll do it in sections just so I can get the white sugar going. This is just pure cane sugar. And then all this does is separate the nuts and adds a little bit more sweetness. I don't want to put too much on, just enough to separate it. See, they've separated. Now I'm going to put them in a bowl. And there you have it.
I'm going to try these mixed nuts, and they're just delicious. They're crispy and crunchy.
I don't mind grinding small.
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour, very smoky, delicious.
Nuts, which I smoked at the same time as the fish. And the unique thing is that there's no carryover of flavor. You're not going to taste the fish on the candied nuts, and you're not going to smell the nuts onto the fish. So I'm going to take a look at my fish, my salmon, and that's beautifully smoked. This is what I'm looking for, that smoked coating. That's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to bring it over. What I'm going to do now is let this cool. I want it to be room temperature before I break it up and finish the pate, and we'll come back and see how I do that. But again, this is a really, really great appetizer, easy as pie to do. So now we've covered 2 appetizers so far. We did them pretty much both at the same time. So I've let my smoked salmon cool to room temperature, and the nice thing is when I smoke it on tin foil or an aluminum pan, the skin will stick to the foil, so I can simply just flake off the salmon very easily. Flakes off nicely. This has a beautiful light smoked flavor, and this is an appetizer you can serve warm or cold. You can use it on top of toasted crostini. We're filming, and I've used it to stuff mushroom caps that I baked on the big green egg. So it's a simple, you can do it with any kind of fish. I actually prefer bluefish when bluefish is in season, but salmon is my fallback. So the skin is still stuck to that, so it made my job really easy. Now what I'm going to do is add some whipped chive cream cheese. And I add just enough to hold it together. And then with my fork, I'm simply going to mix it in and break down the salmon, and they will get married. It's a perfect appetizer for a really warm day. So now I'm going to taste it for seasoning. That's perfect. Now I'm just going to plate it up, and we'll serve that with some nice crackers. Very easy to do. And this, if you don't eat it all, it'll last in your refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. And there you have it. Smoked salmon pate.
Outstanding.
The big green egg is a very impressive cooker. The actual concept is 3,000 years old. It's been modernized by the Big Green Egg Company out of Atlanta, Georgia for the last 35 years. The ceramics are really special. They were actually developed by NASA, and we're the only consumer good in the world that has the right to use the ceramic compound. That's why you have a lifetime warranty with the Big Green Egg. The Big Green Egg is basically 4 appliances. You can direct grill, and you can indirect smoke, bake, and roast. Because of the ceramics, it retains moisture like no other cooking vessel out there. The efficiency allows you to have it up to temperature, cooking temperature, in about 10-15 minutes from a cold start, no matter what the temperature is outside. In fact, let me talk about that a little bit. It's the ideal grill for New England because no matter what the temperature outside is, it has no effect on how the Big Green Egg works. So in the middle of the winter or in the middle of the summer, cooking the same thing, you're going to have the same exact outcome, which makes it super efficient. Once you learn how to regulate the heat, you really learn that you can focus on what you're cooking, not how you're cooking. It's very easy to use, very easy to learn, and you can just start really thinking outside of the box. So put the burgers and dogs aside and start going on YouTube and picking up recipes and adapt them for the Big Green Egg. I continually, for the last 8 years, have been baking the same kind of bread, and I bake it on the Big Green Egg. Today I'm smoking some fish to make a pate. I'm also smoking some nuts at the same time, and I'm going to candy those. And then we're going to go into some roasted vegetables, and then I'm going to go into some pizza. So anything you can cook in your kitchen, you can cook on the Big Green Egg, and it's going to taste better and be moister. Utilizing the Big Green Egg roasting rack. This thing is great. You can do all sorts of vegetables in it, but today I'm doing cauliflower with some red onion. All I did was cut the cauliflower up into bite-sized bits, and now I'm going to add a little bit of garlic oil and regular olive oil. I'll do that over here. I'm just drizzling it on, and then I'll mix it around. Then I use some regular olive oil as well. Now what I want to do is just mix that in, make sure everybody gets evenly coated. And the last step, at this point I could add simply salt and pepper, which is just fine, but I have a real preference for the Big Green Egg seasoning that is a garlic pepper seasoning. So that's got everything I needed all in one. So I'm going to take this and sprinkle this on. And again, you sprinkle it on to the point where, you know, it's to your liking, just like salt and pepper. It's what seasoned to taste means. And then I'm going to roast this for approximately 20 minutes, and it's going to get absolutely delicious. And then I'm going to, at the last couple of minutes, I'm going to put on some Parmesan, and it's going to be fantastic. So we'll see you in a little bit. So as you can see, this is almost completely roasted. It has got a gorgeous color on it. The last step is I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese. And then in about 3 or 4 minutes, this should be all done. It's going to have a beautiful, beautiful flavor. Very simple, absolutely tasty. All right, we're going to take out the finished roasted cauliflower. That looks beautiful. Everything's caramelized and roasted. And I'll put it in the chafing dish to keep warm. The things that might surprise you that you can cook on the Big Green Egg is I try to push the envelope. I've tried to find what I can't cook, and there so far hasn't been anything. With a bet from a chef friend of mine, I've cooked a perfect souffle. I on a regular basis bake a loaf of artisan bread. I've smoked cheeses. I've smoked my own bacon, as well as a host of vegetarian dishes that I've done as well. So it's not just all about low and slow barbecue. You can go all the way up to high heat searing, like you get at a steakhouse at 800, 900 degree searing of a steak, and it also makes it the best pizza that you can get. I mean, it's a wood-fired type pizza, but you don't have to wait 4 hours for your wood-fired pizza oven to heat up. The pizza cooks in about 5 to 7 minutes at about 600 to 650 degrees, and it's a marvelous pizza. I do a lot of different types of pizza. In fact, we have pizza parties on a regular basis where everybody makes their own pizza, and then I do some dessert pizzas as well. I've baked muffins, I've baked rolls, so it's completely diverse. Whatever you can cook in your kitchen, you can cook on the Big Green Egg, and it's going to taste better. Because of the popularity of the Big Green Egg, we also have a host of accessories to help you do certain things that you want to do. We have racks for holding whole fish, we have slider baskets, we have cutting boards, we have knives. The plate setter is the most important accessory, and that allows you to go from a direct cooker to an indirect cooker where you get your baking, your roasting, and your smoking. We also have a Big Green Egg cookbook, which is a very wide range of things you can cook. And there's also YouTube, because we have such a great following. If you want to learn how to cook something, go to YouTube and type in what you want to cook and put on the Big Green Egg after it. You'll see thousands of videos. And these are consumer-driven videos, not professionals. So watch a few of those, get an idea, and give it a try. You won't be sorry. I'm going to put on some chicken wings. I'm going to put them this way down for the first half of the cooking process. I'm trying to stay over the plate setter so they all cook evenly. And then I'm going to sprinkle them with one of the Big Green Egg Dizzy Gourmet rubs. And I like doing chicken wings because it really shows how much moisture the Big Green Egg retains in proteins. Now I'm going to grab one of my rubs. This is the rub I'm going to use. And I simply sprinkle it on. So, do it this way.
Chicken, huh? Oh, that's cauliflower, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Parmesan roasted. There we have it. We'll see them in about 15 minutes.
So is there a thermostat in it? How do you, well, I guess thermostat's not the word.
Thermometer right here.
Thermometer?
Yep.
So how do you know when it's done? If it's
How do you know when any food's done in your
I guess, right.
Just like your oven, you know, internal temperature, and we have thermometers.
So you have
for that.
thermometers that would be an accessory to test
Well,
it.
any food thermometer
Okay.
will work. You probably have some at home.
Oh, okay.
How do you check the thermometer?
Okay, on a roast or something.
Yeah, or a turkey. This will cook a 20-pound turkey in 3 hours. The secret behind getting a moist turkey or chicken is cooking it as fast as you can at a medium temperature, meaning 350. And because of the Big Green Egg so efficient, you don't have to open and close it. So it'll just keep going, and it's going to be the moistest turkey you've ever had.
Okay.
And I cook duck on it, I cook chickens on it, whole chicken.
So what size is this one?
That's this medium.
And then there's a small and a mini.
A mini.
So there's 4 sizes
Yep.
altogether?
Actually 5. I have an extra large as well. That'll cook 2 20-pound turkeys in 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you can cook in your kitchen, you can cook on the Big Green Egg.
Thank you.
I've done a souffle. I've done, you name it, I've done it. Pies, cakes, cookies, brownies. In fact, this gentleman is an egg owner, and he just did that beautiful dessert.
Yep. Raspberry peanut butter bars. They're very good.
All right, chicken looks perfect. It's got a beautiful color. Because I used the plate setter, it's roasted through and through, and it's got a beautiful caramel color on it. And I can tell you right now that these are going to be moist and delicious.
Okay.
Makes the absolute best baked potatoes.
Really?
Oh, this is really good.
Nice and moist, huh?
It is.
Oh, is it really hot? Oh, it's got some nice moisture. I say that a lot. No more dry chicken. Comes right off the bone. It's just nothing like it.
Here's only apple. It's what I grew up with. It's what the flavor.
Delicious. Juicy.
Perfect.
Tender. Can't beat it.
The Big Green Egg is so efficient. I can have it lit and up to temperature within 10 minutes of lighting it, no matter what the temperature is outside. That equals a gas grill. The other benefit is that you can't beat the flavor and the moisture that you retain in cooking on the Big Green Egg versus another outdoor cooker. When you cook fowl, especially chicken, turkey, duck, the first time you do that, a whole chicken or a whole turkey, you'll be amazed how moist it is and how fast it cooks. The secret behind keeping poultry moist is cooking it as fast as you can at a medium temperature, and I'm meaning 350 degrees. With a Big Green Egg, I can do a 20-pound turkey in about 3 hours, which is super efficient. Again, you know, it's a cooker that can do anything you can do in your oven or your range. It's not a one-sided cooking process where all the heat goes up. It is a convection process. So it's unlike other cooking, outdoor cooking units. And again, the lump charcoal, super efficient, inexpensive, easy to use, and it gives you a huge flavor profile. If you don't like the smoky flavor, you don't add wood chips and chunks, and you won't have a problem with overly smoked food. If you want to, you can use our chips and our chunks to add flavor, additional flavor of the smoke to the process. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut these jalapenos, these are fresh jalapenos, in half, and I'm going to roast them, but I'm going to roast them with a mixture of cornbread that's going to have bacon and fresh corn in it. And so we're going to get sweet and heat. It's going to be really delicious. Jalapenos, and I just want to fill them to the top because they will expand, and put them on the roasting rack like such. And again, the cornmeal mix, this is a Jiffy cornmeal mix, but I've added cooked and finely chopped bacon, as well as 1 ear of fresh corn. And this is just going right on top of the cast iron grate.
I think you're spicy. Spicy.
Completed roasted jalapenos with a cornbread mix, and in the cornbread I added fresh corn and finely chopped cooked bacon. And they're going to be sweet and hot, and they're going to be delicious.
Okay.
Cold start.
Yep.
You never have to clean it.
Really good.
Great.
Is it spicy?
Spicy, yeah, but it's really good. It does taste different than a grill.
You never have to
A little bit.
The Big Green Egg has a following like no other outdoor cooking process or unit. In the South, where we began, it's huge. We've just begun to start really opening up New England, and it's taken off very well. If you really want to see evidence of how popular the Big Green Egg is, type in Big Green Egg in YouTube, and you'll see thousands and thousands of consumers who produce their own videos. And when I go into my dealers, I constantly hear Big Green Egg customers coming back for charcoal or accessories, just thrilled, happy, bragging about what they cooked, how they did it, what they want to try. So the following is very strong. You know, once you have the Big Green Egg, the most common comment I get is, we haven't used our oven in months. So that's a great accolade to the usefulness of the Big Green Egg.